and the whole community having the cheat code. Most of us don't have that. So you shitting me?
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been, I guess you could say I've been blessed in that sense, even with me being at one time I was the president of New Hampshire Democratic Club, where it was based on basically what I was doing in the community for the community, where I was tapped on the shoulder at that time to be the second vice president of the club. And I did that for a couple of years. And then I went right from second vice president all the way to becoming the president of the New Hampshire Democratic Club for about close to 10 years. So
that's real. Now, I want to get back to the story with the family and we also said in the intro that you helped volunteer with, after 9/11. What was that like from your perspective? I'm just curious. Like
that right there is something that you never forget. Every now and then I can't say that I don't have, dreams about what goes on or what happened there. Because at that time I was there from the 12th, from September 12th, I was there for 3 days. I was there when Tower 7 fell. I was actually in the pit about good 60 feet deep when Tower 7 fell, and we were on ropes. I was down there with a cadaver dog, NYPD, FDNY, and one of my chiefs of the Hempstead. He's a chief now, sitting chief of the Hempstead Fire Department. And it was just us that were in that pit. So when 7 fell, it sounded like a massive, a lot of big boom, metal shifting, the cadaver dog, barking its head off, and just a lot of confusion. The chief got on the radio and told us, find an air pocket, sit tight, we'll come and get you when we can. So we were all calming ourselves down, because in my mind and in our minds, we weren't getting pulled out. In my mind, and honestly, I thought I was getting pulled out in the back. And that's being honest. Because, the rope went from being what they call taut, which is tight, to being like spaghetti. So when they're telling us, and it's smoky, dusty, you really can't see, we don't have any breathing apparatus, no mask, anything on, and we're trying to get our bearings, they pulled us out about an hour and a half later. And I actually kissed the ground when I got out. Now, they sat us down. We got something to eat, I'd say for a good maybe an hour, and then went right back into the pit.
Damn! What the hell make you go back? I gotta ask you. I know somebody's thinking it.
I'm fucking thinking it. Right, fuck, you ain't even gotta go far.
You know what?
This guy right here is thinking it.
We were there for a reason. One of the reasons was to go in there and find anybody that was trapped or may need help to get them out.
For sure.
It went from finding people trapped to actually finding body parts, putting them in buckets. And they told us, if you found a body part, anything with a ring, a watch, a bracelet, don't touch it, put it in this big bucket. It would get sent up, and they would use it to identify that person later.
Hell no. No, that's crazy, yo.
So actually going back, it's just like you would say, why do we go running in fires when everybody's running out? It's what we do. It's what we're trained to do.
And great question, Doc.
That's
a great fighters got sick from debris. Was your health affected in any way?
I'm not gonna knock on wood. We go to what we call 9/11 screening every year. Okay. And we sit through this screening takes about 3 to 4 hours. It's not 1, 2, 3. They go over everything with us, from our health to blood, lab work, mental, mentally where we are. They talk to you for a while. They're taking blood, they're, everything, a full screening, your lungs. They give you a full workup from head to toe. And this is every year. Now they say, God forbid if anything happens to you, or like you contract cancer, which nobody wants. Nobody wants to touch that 9/11 fund where you're paid for, for the rest of the time that you have here. That's some money that I never want to touch. So The only thing that I've had to deal with is ever since I've been down to 9/11 is like little tad bit of like asthma. Every now and then I have to use a pump. But if that's it, then I'll take that.
Man, thanks for your service, man. That like you said, going back. So you got to understand how we hear it, right? And so the listeners, right? So like it's like, yo, look, I got mom and pops, they still here. I went to school. I'm on a path, and then I risk it all, and then I almost had a traumatic experience, and I'm going right back in. That takes a certain type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate your service for that. That a lot of people can't do that. I don't know.
Because we don't think when you're in the fire department, it's not thinking about yourself. It's you're thinking about the people that you're going there to help. So I don't. It's like every time I go in there to work, go into a working fire, I'm not thinking about me, because my thing is I lean on my training of what I was trained to do to get me in and get me out, along with my partners, whoever I may go on, the other firemen that are firefighters that I'm going in there with. We lean on what we're trained to do to get us in and get us out, and we depend on each other. So that's basically how that is.
You can. I know what you're gonna say, cousin, because you can relate to it.
You know. Well, two things. I want to relate two ways. I want to say it's a celebration. It's a celebration. I want to say two things. I actually have the honor of saying that two of my childhood friends, and I mean closest childhood friends, subsequently became firefighters, both of them, right? Two different times, two different houses. But when I think about what you just said, I think about their character in general and the type of people that they are in real life. And then for them to become firefighters makes perfect sense, because you know how they act and how they carry themselves in real life. So to do something as selfless as become a firefighter, it just all makes sense, right? I was contemplating, because I would say, like, I'm being honest with you, right? I could never be a firefighter. But then I'm like, but you was a Marine, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, Sam,
what are you talking about? Like,
that's a whole nother level in itself. And thank you for your
Reverend Honorable Kev, it's different. I'm just saying it's different.
So I got to ask you both, right? Like, you have training. You're trained specialist at this. You're the best in the world at this, right? But when you go into a mission, are you really willing to die for that mission? Like, that, it might sound crazy, but that is like, I could be trained. It's like cool, but like,
okay. Well, let me answer that first. Let me answer that first. So, whenever there's in Marine Corps boot camp and things of that nature, before you finish the boot camp, you have to sign off like next of kin and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Also, at the time that I went in, if you're in boot camp, anytime where there's a conflict where you could possibly go right to the conflict, they check your family lineage.